It's Week 7 of the National Football League. And up next is Tyreek Stevenson. He had no picks a week ago, but plenty of stops. 9 of them to be exact. It's the Cardinals and the Bears, next on Madden Football.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And boy, a rough start to this one as this kick goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
They'll send Kirk in motion right. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On second down, Tua. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A huge play there for Arizona. 52 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are on the board first here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Here's Tua. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Tua. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals. Play fake. Murray. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Murray to air it out again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down, ball on the 3. 1st down marker at the 1-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Cards lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
Okay, ready?
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Trap 60, trap 60.
They'll look to throw again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. Here's 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll run on first down with Singletary, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
From the gun, it's Tua. Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Jordan Davis drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded at about the 28. A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
That's good. For a Bears first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10.
Tua sets up to pass it. That's going to be caught by Kirk. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. Open man is Kirk. Complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
Well, Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, trailing into break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now the Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Now Murray off play action. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals continue to pull away here in this first half. Sly on for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Come on, let's go. Let's dominate this. All right, go get him now.
Tua, a final shot before half. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, To watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you got the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's Murray. And it's caught. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to be taken down right there at the 27-yard line. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They go quickly here out to Moore. coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Play action. Now it's Tua. That is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now Tua.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 2nd down, Tua. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. Tua going to throw.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Derek Stingley picks it.
And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Tagovailoa trying again after the pick 6. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Here's Tua.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Take it at the 37. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
59 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. And they're going to speed things up here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back.
All right, come on.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Komet.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it was